In March of this year, we embarked on what was supposed to be a perfect family vacation in Switzerland. Instead, it ended with my husband suffering a cardiac arrest at the Zurich airport. One of our family members had the unenviable task of doing CPR on my husband. He regained his heartbeat shortly, but did not breathe. He was rushed by ambulance to the University Hospital Zurich and remained unconscious for nearly 11 hours. Thankfully, he regained consciousness. But the next day, his doctor informed us that his recovery would be a long journey, one that would continue after we return home to New Jersey. Due to the severity of his condition and his need for oxygen during travel, flying on a commercial airline was deemed too risky. The doctor recommended arranging an air ambulance to take him home to the US. The hospital said they would coordinate with our insurance provider to make it happen. But after 2 days without updates, we decided to be proactive as well, in case it could accelerate the process. Not knowing which party would come through, I reached out to everyone I could. Faye, our travel insurance company, Chase Emergency Evacuation, because we purchased our flights with Chase Sapphire Reserve. Cigna, our US health insurance, to request repatriation assistance. After 3 days in the ICU, my husband was moved to a pulmonology ward on a Saturday. Meanwhile, we found a hospital in New Jersey willing to accept him as a patient. Since nothing could progress over the weekend, we had to wait until Monday to work with his main treating physician to start the logistics. On Monday and Tuesday, the doctor navigated the protocol to securely transmit encrypted medical records to the US insurance and the accepting hospital. On Wednesday, Cigna informed us that the doctor needed to call the receiving hospital's 24/7 transfer center and speak directly with the physician there. Once the hospital confirmed acceptance, Cigna could move forward with setting up the air ambulance. After the doctor made the call and received confirmation, Cigna began coordinating the complex logistics involving embassies, airports, and the medical flight. That evening, we heard from AXA, a travel insurance company partnering with Chase and Cigna, that the repatriation will proceed under Cigna, which has better coverage. By Friday, we received the flight itinerary. The medical jet will depart the following Tuesday, and I will be allowed to fly with my husband. The doctor also confirmed that the jet will be equipped with all the necessary medical support for my husband's condition. On Monday, a traveling nurse and a respiratory therapist visited my husband at the hospital to ensure he was fit to fly and to answer our questions. On Tuesday morning, an ambulance and in-flight medical team transported him to the Fixed Base Operator, FBO, at Zurich Airport. Because of my husband's Becker muscular dystrophy, his mobility is extremely limited, but the team from Latitude Air Ambulance was highly skilled, respectful, and attentive to his needs. I didn't need to assist during the trip at all. They handled everything with care and professionalism. The first leg of our journey was a 3.5-hour flight to Iceland, where we had a 45-minute layover to refuel. Though there was a restroom on the plane, I opted to use the more comfortable facilities at the Iceland FBO. The in-flight medical team shared that most of their patients travel under insurance, some with physical illness, others with mental health needs. From Iceland, it was another 5.5 hours to New Jersey. Throughout the trip, my husband remained stable. He used a BiPAP machine for most of the journey, and the team had equipment to help him relieve himself comfortably. Upon landing in New Jersey, we were met by an ambulance and transported to the accepting hospital. Thanks to Latitude Air Ambulance, the entire process was safe, smooth, and hassle-free. After 13 days in Zurich, my husband was finally back in the hospital close to home. Now that we're back in the US, we can reflect on everything we learned. If you or someone you know ever needs medical transport from abroad, here are steps you can follow. Contact your US health insurance, your travel insurance, and your credit card company if repatriation is covered. Get their direct phone numbers and note your case number. Ask the treating physician to email the medical records to the insurance companies and to you. Have them include a note explaining why air medical transport is medically necessary. Get the doctor's direct phone number and email. Give the doctor the phone number for the accepting hospital's transfer center so they can connect with the physician directly. If you can't reach the doctor, write a note with what needs to be done and have a nurse deliver it. Time zones may limit the window for coordination, so plan accordingly. Ensure the doctor calls the accepting hospital transfer center and gets a verbal confirmation that they will admit the patient. Once confirmed, inform your insurance company so they can begin flight arrangements. Once logistics are set in motion, there's often a waiting period. Make sure everyone stays on track by checking in regularly. We're especially grateful to Dr. Karda at the University Hospital Zurich, who quickly responded once he learned about our repatriation needs, even while managing many other patients. We're also deeply appreciative of Toro Shah, our nurse advocate at Cigna. She guided us through each step and shared her direct contact information, which made a big difference. It's incredibly frustrating to repeatedly explain your case to new people on general hotlines, so having a consistent point of contact was invaluable. We truly hope you never need to fly on a medical jet, but if you ever do, we hope our story helps you feel a little more prepared. It was incredibly exhausting to care for my husband while managing all the logistics for an air ambulance and medical coverage. But once you get home, everything gets a bit easier. In a future video, I'll talk about how to get medical coverage if you get sick while abroad.